to meet you all, and good to see so many of you today. So as Mariana mentioned, the topic for the day will be around how to use the tools that we have in Sellercentral just to quickly implement business prices and quantity discounts for business customers. So the way that the agenda will be set up today, I'll run through quickly for those of you who are not so familiar with Amazon Business. I'll quickly run through what Amazon Business is, then also explaining to you why it is important to implement both business prices but also quantity discounts on your catalog of products. I'll then proceed to a live demo of how to proceed via an Excel file, so flat files, but also how to proceed using Sellercentral in a more automated way. And then we'll leave some time at the end for a Q&A session. Again, as mentioned by Mariana, in case you have any questions, feel free to type your questions in the chat. My colleague Tarun, who's also an expert on the topic, will be more than happy to support and answer those. Great. Let's dive deep into the core of our topic today. So what is Amazon Business? I'm sure a lot of you might be familiar already with the platform, but again, just to give you a bit of context. So Amazon Business is a B2B focused marketplace that offers all existing Amazon customers and selling partners the opportunity to grow even further your sales by tailoring your offers towards B2B customers. A couple of features that we have implemented in addition to the ones that you are already familiar with on the regular consumer marketplace. Some of them are related to invoicing, so having the possibility of having automated invoices generated on your behalf for all B2C and B2B orders on the marketplace. Also, you will have, on the Amazon Business Marketplace, the visibility of prices, both including and excluding VAT, because that is something that is extremely important to the B2B audience. Then another one that we have and that will be the key focus for today's session is really around adding business prices and quantity discounts. So just to make sure that our B2B customers are able to potentially purchase in bulk and higher volumes when going onto your products. The next one is also pretty much related to purchasing in bulk. It's a request for quotes where essentially all customers, all registered and verified customers on the B2B platform have the possibility to request quotes for specific discounts that they were looking for. So it can be a specific ASIN that they want several thousands or hundreds of units, and they will be reaching out to you to request a quote and potentially a quantity discount if this is feasible. In terms of growing your business and the way that we support or selling partners growing their B2B business, we have a couple of options there. The first one is growing your catalog of products via or recommended products to add, whether already existing on Amazon or not. And this you can access quite easily from the moment that you're registered for Amazon Business. On Sellercentral, you can easily access this tab by just going onto B2B tab, and then you have a tab called Product Recommendations. So that's how to grow your business from a B2B perspective. And the last one, last but not least, is how to sometimes you only want to sell to B2B customers. So you also have the option to have offers only tailored towards businesses. In terms of who our audience are and who our customers are, most importantly, and who can potentially purchase your products, we have Amazon Business that serves over 50% of our Fortune tier 100 companies in the UK, but also across all of European countries. For the moment, we're live in the UK, in Germany, France, Italy, and Spain, and we're hoping to expand further in Europe in the coming month and years. So that's a bit of about Amazon, a quick recap for those of you who were maybe a bit less familiar with the platform and how to use it, etc. So as you saw, a lot of different options for you to keep running your business. And really the focus for today will be around business prices and why we believe that there is a big a benefit for you of implementing those types of B2B specific products prices, sorry. So we'll go and I'll show you just now on my screen. You have a view of how does a product page look on the Amazon business marketplace. Again, it's a very different marketplace from the regular B2C marketplace. However, what I can tell you is there are some features and the outlook overall that looks familiar, which is absolutely normal, obviously. But we have also a couple of add-ons. So you can see here, for example, the business price that is excluding VAT. We also have the business price including VAT, and a couple of other things that are specific to B2B. So this is the outlook. In terms of like what a business price is, just to give you a bit of context and to explain to you how this impacts potentially the visibility of your offers. So business prices are B2B only available prices. So once set up, you know, in your Sellercentral account, only B2B customers would be able to see those, which is important to note. And also in a similar way that you have the concept of the buy box onto the B2C marketplace, you have it also on the Amazon business marketplace. So really important to keep that in mind. Those prices are only visible to registered and verified Amazon business customers. And the way that you would need to set them up is it needs to be slightly lower than the regular consumer price. So the standard price that you have in your Sellercentral account, the business price needs to be slightly lower. It doesn't need to be much off, but it can be literally a few pence lower, and it will have an impact on the visibility of your offer and increase the chances for you to win the buy box. So that's about business prices. Again, really important and easy way to gather and capture the Amazon business customers perception and also potentially win their sales. So keep it in mind, and we'll go a bit more in details about dedicated other dedicated B2B functionalities that we have available on Amazon Business. So another still related to pricing, but another related feature that we have available for our B2B selling partners is what we call quantity discount. So as the name rightly you know outlines, it's a way for you to incentivize higher quantities purchased by B2B customers. The way that you set up those quantity discounts and the way that you incentivize those purchasing behavior is by simply setting up those you know those different discounts into your Sellercentral account. And once this is done, you'll be able to you know see up to 5 different thresholds for quantity discounts. So it's at an ASIN level that this will be done. Again, you don't need to set up 5 different thresholds, but this is an option that you have. And again, the purpose of it is really to provide incentives for Amazon business customers to purchase in larger quantities. So that's about the quantity discount. As you can see, you know, in the screenshot here, we have those quantity discounts that you can see just here. And if you scroll on this little arrow here on the Amazon Business Marketplace, you'll be able to see the different quantity discounts that each ASIN has offered on it. So that's about quantity discounts, and I also talked to you before about business prices. So those are really like the key main things that we're going to focus on for our session today. And I'll do now a little live demo so you can, sorry, I'll show you the tools and then we'll do the live demo just for you to understand how you can easily implement those specific B2B prices and making sure that you hopefully adopt them in the next few days. So in terms of like tools and how can we actually implement business prices in a manual way. So this manual, I would say, is like if you have not many SKUs and you feel comfortable doing it manually and updating manually those prices, that's absolutely fine. What you'll need to do is simply go in your Sellercentral account, go into inventory, manage inventory. And once you're in the manage inventory section, you will see that you have the business price column right here. What we want to do, what we want to do is make sure that this business price is slightly lower than this price that you have here. Again, Amazon will automatically calculate the price excluding VAT based on your settings. Again, that's not something we will cover today in terms of like VAT settings, etc. But bear in mind that if you have categories that apply different VAT codes, we do take those into consideration. It's just a matter of like you implementing the right product tax code in your Sellercentral account. So that's the way to do it, to proceed manually with, you know, kind of updating business prices. You will see also that in the screenshot, you have the possibility to as well add B2B pricing for quantity discounts manually. And you'll be prompted in that case to simply set up to 5 different thresholds. Again, it's completely up to you, the number of quantities, the number of the percentage off that you want to offer to customer. It also varies a lot depending on like your margins, etc. So it's fully up to you to decide on those elements. My only recommendation really is like, do make sure that you know you set up both business prices and quantity discounts, because this will have a big impact on visibility of your offers towards Amazon business customers. So really, really important to keep that in mind. In case you're in front of your Sellercentral account and cannot see you know, this business price column, it's fairly easy to get it. Again, what you'll need to do is simply go on preferences and then check like the hidden columns, and what you want to have is like the business prices column. So just make sure that it's in there, and that in case you have any issues or are facing any trouble seeing that column, you can always reach out to our seller support team, who will be able to help out. Great. So that's how to implement manually. But let me explain to you a bit more on how to do it actually via our exciting tools that we have that will enable you really to automate everything and making sure that you know you have a fairly smooth way of implementing it on large quantities of SKUs, and have a pain-free way of indeed implementing both business prices and quantity discounts. So the tool is pretty similar for those of you who are familiar with like automate repricing tools on B2C. It's a tool that is exactly similar in the way that it's being used and in the way that you can implement it on your catalog of product. The only difference is that it only applies towards B2B customers, again, only visible by B2B customers. There's no risk that whatever you set up for business customers would be visible to a B2C customer. In terms of like the benefits, and again, I'm sure that you are fairly familiar with the benefit of using those automated repricing tools, but some of them are outlined there, so like enable you to move fast and to change fast, prices or extremely fast moving things. So making sure that you remain on top of things from that perspective. Um, the second thing is also making sure that you stay in control. So by really like safely make like having a minimum price and a maximum price that are guardrails in place, so that you don't go lower that or you don't go above that, and it also ensures that you remain in full control of your pricing strategy for your Sellercentral account. The next thing is like really price competitiveness. So as on the marketplace, prices are changing constantly, and so is like the selling partner that will win the buy box. So adopting those kinds of rules are really a way for you to understand a bit better how to price competitively, but also how to make sure that you remain on top of things to potentially win the buy box and increase visibility of your offers. The last thing is, by adopting those kinds of repricing tools, it will really enable you to have more to free up some time to really kind of having time to develop other parts of your business, such as, for example, expanding out of country, expanding your selection of products, and so on. So those are really like things that you can focus on, which are also very exciting things for you to take time on your account. So those are in short like the main reason why I would highly recommend adopting the automated repricing tools. Again, really beneficial for you. Just like one little caveat to what I said is, in case you have deals that are scheduled for Q4, which is an extremely busy time of the year, whether it's for early like Cyber Monday, Black Friday, and so on, please do make sure that you do not implement those repricing tool at those times, because it might conflict with the deals that you have set up. So really, really important. Make sure that if you have any Q4 deal set up or scheduled to happen in the coming weeks and month, you do not use those repricing tool, but rather do it in a manual way, which is absolutely fine and does not conflict with any kind of deals that you might have set up for the period. Great. We'll now move on to the live demo, and I'll share my screen, and you'll be able to see. So I'll just go back so that you can see how we proceed. Please note that so this is an account pretty similar to the one you're fairly familiar with, hopefully. So the way that again, I'll show you a couple of things. First of all, I'll show you how to add quantity discounts and business prices in a manual way. So by going to inventory and manage inventory, again, the only thing you'll need to do, as you see, you have like the column business price here. The only thing you'll need to do is, for example, set up the business price as 26.50. And then you can as well add quantity discount. So again, you can add up to 5 different thresholds. And the limit, let's say if you order 5 units, you get 5% off, and the tool will automatically calculate the numbers for you, both including and excluding VAT. So nothing to worry about from that perspective. Again, it's on you to decide what kind of quantities you want to set up, and like the way that you want to incentivize customers to purchase in bulk. But what you might want to think of is like having quite fairly low quantities, like 5, 10, and then going up to like over 100, which also is a good incentive. So that's the way to set up business prices and quantity discounts in a manual way. If you don't want to offer like a percentage off, that is also absolutely fine. You can offer like a specific fixed price. So let's say, for example, they order 5 units and they pay £25. And in a similar way, you can add up to 5 different thresholds. And it's on you to obviously decide what kind of prices and what kind of quantities you want to offer to your customers. So that's it in terms of like how to set up business discounts manually. I'll show you now, run through like how to do it in an automated way. So you will need to go to the pricing tab just here, and then click on automate pricing. Great. I hope you can all still see my screen. So what we'll do is like we will click on create a customized pricing rule just here. And the type of rule we want to create is so you have 2 options. You have the option of creating business competitive buy box and business price and quantity discount. So we'll try the second one, and we will name it automatic business price, for example. And we will proceed to choosing which marketplace do we want this to be applied to. Oops. So what I will do is I will select UK and DE marketplace, for example. You can then click save and continue. And what you'll need to do is select the type of discounts you want to offer. So for each SKU that you're going to enroll onto that pricing rule, what kind of price do you want to offer for the B2B price? So this is the business price, and it's not the quantity discount price. So really important to keep in mind. And for example, for each product that is in your catalog of product for German and UK marketplaces, what it will do is it will automatically apply 1% off for each product that you have on the standard price, and this will be your B2B price. So you can click then on save the rule, or you can add different tiers also. So this is like for quantity discounts, for example, 10. And then we click on save this rule. And the next step that you'll need to take is really proceeding to the SKU selection. So what are the products that you want to enroll onto that specific rule? And you'll be able to select like in a way, you know, the SKUs that you want to enroll onto this role. So we click on proceed to SKU selection. Great, there are no SKUs. Sorry for the little bug here. Essentially, so what you'll need to do, normally you have a list of like all the different SKUs that you can essentially enroll onto that rule. And then simply what you'll need to do once this is done, let me try another time. Let's try on the DE marketplace. Great. Okay, sorry about that. So normally you have the option to see here the SKUs that you want to enroll. Unfortunately, I am not too sure why, but I don't have any SKUs that I can enroll. This is a test account, so might be the reason for it not to be displayed, but essentially that's the way that you would proceed in order to really adopt business prices and quantity discounts in bulk via our automated repricing tool. So I hope this helps. I'm gonna just show you quickly how to adopt the second feature that we have, which is the competitive price rule on Amazon. So we're going to select all marketplaces this time. And the way that you'll need to, again, the way that you'll need to decide is you have a couple of options. Either you want to match the buy box price. So again, similar to what you have on B2C, matching the buy box price means that you will constantly remain at the lowest, not necessarily like the lowest possible price. So that's option one. Option two is you stay above the buy box price, but you have a couple of options that you can look into. So those are like the two options that you have. Again, you either enroll on all of your SKUs in your catalog of product, or you select a number of like specific SKUs, and then obviously you will have the possibility of saving this rule per marketplace. So you see here, because I decided to enroll all marketplaces. The way that you will set up the different parameters will be at a marketplace level. So it's not a one rule for all European marketplaces. Let's say it's really tailored per marketplace. So for UK, Italy, Spain, Germany, and France, you have the option to set up different types of roles. So that's in terms of like how it works. And then again, you simply proceed to the SKU selection, and you then just save your the rule. The one thing that you need to bear in mind is that this rule and the repricing rule overall would only apply for SKUs that are considered active, meaning when going to your inventory and manage inventory, for any SKUs that are inactive or closed, for example, you will need to either click on relist or put like a quantity on it. Otherwise, you won't have the possibility of enrolling it into the automated repricing rule, because we don't want inactive SKUs obviously to get lower prices or to have fluctuation in prices. So that's really important to bear in mind when you proceed, and just keep in mind that those repricing tools are extremely useful for you to really implement business prices in bulk, and to potentially increase visibility of your offers. Again, from what we have seen, B2B customers tend to purchase in bulk, so quite a high incentive for them to purchase those products if you have set up business prices and quantity discounts. So highly recommend you to take a couple of minutes of your time. Shouldn't take too long, really. If you're doing it manually and you have a couple of dozens of products, shouldn't take more than 10 to 15 minutes to proceed. And if you're doing it via the automated repricing rule, also shouldn't take long, but really key to growing your business onto the Amazon business marketplace, and increasing the visibility of your offers for Amazon business customers.